This is the worst clap I've ever had for an intro, but this is the
That was a really weak
CHRILLCAST. I'm
clap.
Chris.
And I'm Will. That was like weak, wet hands. That was
I don't
gross.
know what happened. It's clammy. All right, here we go. So, this is our best of video game series per year, where we're going to be essentially picking our favorite games from each year,
It's
1996 to
Halo, like it's
2020.
just in the background. Halo, 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 Halo.
All Halo all the time. That's Will.
Yes.
Okay,
Hmm.
so, gosh, keep throwing me off with this Halo thing. All right. Will's like, we've only been talking about Halo for 2 years now.
Exactly. We need to talk about it more.
So what we want to do is we're going to pick our favorite games from each year, 1996, 2020. This one is 1996 is the first one in this series. This is going to go on for a period of about 5 weeks, one video per day, taking the place of our normal daily segments, which is going to give Will and I about a 5 week break, which we haven't taken since we began
Yeah, Chris
the
is breaking up
podcast.
with me.
And when we come
And
back,
for your fans out there, we were on a break.
when we come back from our break, we're going to be doing some live shows and some shorter, more efficient daily segments. Will and I only, guests being on the live streams. That's the goal, anyways. We'll see how it goes. Basically, Will and I need a break after 2 years. Some time away from the podcast, time away from YouTube, social
Yeah,
media.
we need to explore some other options. There has
Oh
been
my
some,
gosh.
there's some new people I've met at work that I kind of want to see.
Some movement in the CHRILLCAST.
Yeah.
Whoa, almost broke that. There we go. Your head was getting cut off. I had to fix you. There we go.
Okay.
I constantly have to fix Will's webcam because he doesn't fix it himself. So,
No, I definitely don't.
and so basically, here's the deal, guys. We want you guys to comment in the videos down below. What's your favorite game from 1996? Because that's what this video is. The best game from 1996.
And let me know that I'm right every year and Chris is wrong. That would make me feel good.
Or the opposite, whichever. So,
No, it's not the opposite. Just to make me feel good.
I'm gonna laugh when our normal podcast performs less well than our 5 week break segments, and then we're gonna have to reformat again. Anyways, guys, so our favorite games from 1996. Will, what's your favorite one? And guys, subscribe to the podcast.
So mine is an extremely popular game, but Super Mario 64. And the reason why is it just revolutionized not only the Mario series, but just kind of 3D platformers in general. Am I freezing?
Nope.
It's just going from 2D. So I've played Super Mario Brothers on the Game Boy. I played it on the Super Nintendo, on the NES, and just going into 3D environment. I don't know. Looking back on it, looks kind of like a little goofy, but at that time it was insane. Just seeing Mario in 3D, he looked exactly how I imagined him, and all the funny little sounds he makes, and just running around the different portraits, and like the way that they design the world, how you can jump into the different portraits to be like in a different stage. It really opened up the game to so many possibilities. You can be on a snow level, you can be inside of Bowser's castle, you can be in like a kind of like a grassy plain type area, and there's so many secrets in the castle in general, and it was just fantastic. It was amazing. It really showed you what the next era of gaming would look like. And it's a winning formula, because if you see now that 3D Marios, although the 2D Marios are back, the 3D Marios are still going strong with games like Super Mario Odyssey, which is one of the best-selling games on the Switch, and then in the newest iteration where they re-released 3D World with the addition of Bowser's Fury, and that sold really well as well. So yeah, I think this is definitely my favorite game of that year, and it also is my introduction to the Nintendo 64.
Yeah, this is a Nintendo 64 game that I never actually owned, believe it or not. I played it at friends' houses, and I really enjoyed it. And it was like one of those games where you'd be like, Mom, you got to go get this for me. So I agree. Mario 64 would have been probably my top choice if Will hadn't picked it first. But because I love Donkey Kong Country,
exactly,
Donkey Kong Country 3 is my top pick for this, aside from Mario 64, for this year of 1996. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, but Chris, this is the worst of the Donkey Kong Country series. And to you, I say,
not true.
No, Rare was playing around with a whole bunch of different ideas in this game that really could have been a lot cooler and probably influenced Donkey Kong 64 quite a bit, because the adventure aspect exists here, the overworld, which in Donkey Kong 64, which is also a really great game, but looking back, it's not as good as I remember it being, but it is great. The
still enjoy
overworld
it.
exploration of Donkey Kong 64, I think this was a big influence on it because you had unlockable things on the map. You had various items that you could get from Funky Kong or various other things from the upgrade shop for your boat, and it would let you jump over waterfalls and do all kinds of other stuff. And there's a lot of secrets, a lot of collectibles, and I really think this was the turning point for Rare that led to games like Donkey Kong 64 and Banjo-Kazooie and all those types of games.
Yeah, it was this game that was a direct inspiration for Nuts and Bolts. You see a lot of the same gameplay mechanics.
I mean, it's kind of, there is some similarities, but not enough for me to make that comparison. I do think some of the levels in this game were the most adventurous of the bunch they come up with. Now, if you want to go for an iconic set of backdrops that are very cohesive and kind of follow a more succinct narrative, then you'd pick Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest. But I do think this game was where Rare really explored some different things that they never looked at before this game. And it was very, very interesting to play when I was the age that this came out. So I did really enjoy this, and it's my pick for 96. Now remember, guys, if you disagree with us, there's a better game in 96 that you could pick with the Revelations Persona.
Yeah, let us know.
Comment below.
It's definitely not the game he just said.
And let us know what we got right, what we got wrong, and we'll keep going with 1997 coming out tomorrow. You will not be getting any Manic Mondays, Tuber Tuesdays, Wildcard Wednesdays, Throwback Thursdays, or Friendly Fridays for the next 5 weeks. So bear with us and enjoy what we have here. As always, I'm Chris.
I'm Will.
And we will see you
Next CHRILLCast. Bye, guys.